Okay, so fantastic traders here. Today we are with Tins. Tins is one of our traders. He has passed quite a while ago the Bootcamp challenge, and he's been slowly building up his funded account, which started off on 100,000 and now is on 125,000. So we're going to talk to him today and pick his brain a little bit. So Tins, how are you today? How's everything going?
Thank you. Very well. I'm on vacation, so I'm doing pretty nice right now.
Yeah, and could be worse. You could be a work where I am.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, fantastic. So tell me a little bit about yourself, a little bit about how you got into trading. Is that okay?
Yeah, okay. That is quite a long time ago. I think that is, I would say, 15, 20 years ago, but it's not like I was doing this very, intensively, professionally, not at all. I was just informed by one colleague to join some presentation. In that presentation was the idea of trading in Forex, and the strategy of that, let's say, presentation was hedging. It was euro dollar versus USD Swiss. So it was some sort of strategy that you start with, with one pair versus another, and then after a while you just pick up some profits. But this was not going for a long time. What I'm trying to say is that at that moment, I was, starting to watch the charts, starting to watch this price action, and this is the time when actually I started to enjoy, and it was, of course, the challenge at the beginning, and it's still a challenge, of course. Challenge in terms of what will happen, when the certain price pattern occurs. Then later on through the years, I was following this Forex Factory, quite some threads there. I was reading some threads there. I was involved in one, I don't know, maybe it's still present there. I hope I will not violate something, but it was called 4-hour MACD strategy by Tine, something like that.
Okay.
So I found it very interesting. His idea, his approach. He used very few indicators, three moving averages plus MACD with certain parameters, and I was following that setup of indicators for a lot of years. Following a lot of years, of course, without success in the beginning. Okay, I will be very cautious when talking about success right now. I will talk about success when I will be 1 year, in with consistent wins. What I'm trying to say, I was involved in these charts, candlestick charts, a lot of years, with a lot of burns. I don't know how to say differently. A lot of, some wins, some losses, but I keep going. Although I had a lot of, falls. I was constantly, falling down, so to say, but then pushing up again, fall down, push up again. So at the end, it was, I don't know, I like this very much. So it kept me going. I kept learning. I was reading this Mark Douglas. I was following. I was reading his ebook and watching his YouTube presentations. But still, this is ongoing story. It's something you cannot say you accomplished now. It's something what will keep going on and on. So here I am. Yeah. Later on, I found these proprietary firms, 5ers,
Yeah.
and several others as well. I know for them. And here I am,
Nice.
trying further on, trying to be constantly aware of all the traps, yeah, psychological traps,
Yep.
and keep developing.
Do you have your own personal accounts as well, or do you just trade prop firms?
No, I had before, but seriously, I'm working just with your account. Seriously.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see you've been quite consistent, which is fantastic. What do you feel there's a benefit to trading with a prop firm than with your own money? Do you feel like it gives you more comfort, or do you think is there any kind of benefit for it?
Yeah, for sure, for such amount of money to get. So this is for sure the benefit. And of course, not to forget to mention all support you are offering. Generally, we must say that a lot of proprietary firms are offering support. And you are long time on the market.
Yeah.
This is for sure very important for the firm. But like I said, yeah, I mean, in such case, it's much more. I mean, after so many years, it's managing very small account, which would be mine. It's not so challenging if there are firms like yours. I mean, like you, offering much more. It's much more interesting to manage and to play the game of probability with the bigger account.
Nice. Okay. What made you actually want to take trading a little bit more seriously? It's something that obviously you're good
It's
at.
a challenge. I mean, it's like I said, it's not just a challenge. It's something I like it very much.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe maybe when I was a child was also, a little bit wondering whether I will go in this financial world, trading stocks. I was already at that moment a little bit thinking about that, but later on I didn't decide. It would be too much, and this part of let's say, which is in my life with this trading, it's totally enough. Yeah. So probably it's a passion.
Nice. Yeah, I can relate to that as well.
A lot of, it's so many different aspects here. So if you wrap it up under the line, it's really something hard to describe with one word.
Yep.
And probably is this what keeps going on my engine.
Yeah, fantastic. What do you feel are the most important things for a new trader to kind of develop? Because you've been trading for on and off for quite a long time, so you must have developed.
But first of all,
things.
I would recommend to listen to somebody who's very successful.
It always helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, probably there are a lot of different, how to say this, information you can get out there on YouTube and internet, but not all of them are okay.
Yeah.
So first of all, I would suggest, try to find somebody on which you can rely on which you believe it's successful. And of course, now not a lot of traders have this opportunity that they know somebody who is doing this very professionally. So first of all, try to find somebody very experienced, very good at it, and learn from him, even if this is just psychological part. Like in this case, for this author, which we all know, Mark Douglas, you can find quite some material on internet. I would suggest first psychological part.
Yeah. Do you feel like the psychological part of trading is the most important part?
Well, it's hard to say it's the most important because there are a
So
lot
many
of
different things.
so
Yeah.
many different things which are so important. So if not, if one of them is not okay,
Yeah.
it's all over. So this is actually what is also very interesting about this trading. Yeah. So it's like all these different areas need to be very balanced. Strategy, psychological part, and although it's constantly a wavy, yeah, you need to manage all these area. Yeah.
Nice. What I want to do, I want to actually take the screens over now to actually see some of your accounts, just so we can see your progression and where you've actually come from. So we'll first start off with, this is the 125K account. So we'll start off now with the 100K account. So even after this, you've already passed the boot camp that every level is 6% that you've got to make. So you've got to make 18% in order to actually get funded in the first place. So you've already shown your consistency in that respect. And then you actually went on and passed this 100K account. But what's really interesting to me is that you actually went into quite a bit of drawdown first. You went into a little bit of drawdown, and then you eventually got back up, and you actually were able to pass. How did you feel going into that drawdown, and how did you kind of stay focused to get yourself out of the drawdown and continue to actually pass the challenge?
Actually, after so many years, I was not so affected by it. I was just following, I can say, strategy. I was believing in it. So whenever there is, you will see on my chart any drawdown, I'm already, how to say, this is also one of the area, to stay fearless, yeah, to keep what you have, believe in it, and if it's not going well, then you need to correct it.
Fantastic. And you got a nice win rate as well, so that's good.
It's like, you know this phrase, it's like plan, do, check, act.
Fantastic. And so you hold trades for quite a while. Like, would you say you're 27 hours? So
Yeah.
you'd be a kind of an intraday kind of swing trader. What would you say? Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, usually I check the bigger, let's say the biggest time frame.
Yeah,
but not so seriously. For sure, I check monthly just to see if there is any special pattern occurs there.
Yeah.
Then I check weekly, and then I check daily.
So it's like a top-down approach of you looking at those to see any kind of patterns, and then from your execution, you do on the lower time frame.
Yes, I'm going to low as 4 hours, not lower.
So you won't go lower than 4 hour?
No, no. Probably because of these experiences I had with this 4 hour MACD a long time ago. But because in my trading era, I would say this is the biggest part. Is part when I was checking the price movement in 4 hour time frame in correlation with these indicators I have on the chart. So there is a lot of different charts in my head, Probably because of that, I'm not going lower than 4 hours.
Nice. So you made the 5% in this account, and then you moved on to the 125 account, facing again a little bit of drawdown, but you're quite happy. You're not worried about that at all, and you're now already at break even. So
yeah. I mean, maybe I was misunderstood. Of course, there is some nervousness when it's not going.
Starting the new account,
yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
But this is what I'm trying to work on it. Of course, totally fearless. It's not. Of course, I'm working on it. That's like I said, this is ongoing. Yeah, this ongoing development. Of course, I'm not totally flat when something is not going into my direction.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems that whenever I start with new account, there need to be some drawdown. Yeah.
It's always it always starts like that as well. I find as well. A lot of people, they start in a little bit of drawdown, and then they're like, "Hold on a minute, now I've got to trade properly," and then it goes back to break even and to the profits. Yeah.
Even though I'm aware of this, being patient. Yeah, being patient, wait for it. No, still happen.
Yeah. Amazing. Fantastic. And have you got any kind of tips, would you say, to somebody that is starting the bootcamp? Because this isn't a bootcamp account. So most of our traders that start on bootcamp, they're beginning their kind of journey into trading. So you have the 3 levels, and the 3 levels are there to kind of help the trader really get confidence in making profits on an account. So for those type of traders that are thinking about taking a career in trading or even starting trading, what do you think would be the first few things or the first tips that you would give them if they're looking to start on a bootcamp account?
Obviously, the first one is the strategy. Yeah. I believe that if somebody starts with this account, the bootcamp, I believe that they have some strategy. Yeah. So some tested strategy, which if it's working well, just believe in it and keep going on with the strategy. At the same time, the second would be developing this psychological part.
Yeah.
I mean, probably depends. We are quite different among each other. Yeah. So our characters are not the same, but probably each one should be found at himself what is the most important, what is the most critical part that needs to be developed. Yeah. Some could be very well disciplined, sticking to the strategy. Some others could not be so well disciplined, maybe are violating this part. But this is something that each individual should recognize at himself, herself.
And the types of resources, I know you mentioned Forex Factory in the forums there. Is there anywhere else that you would recommend as resources to those kind of traders? Any books?
Well,
any kind of anything that
yeah, books from I mean, no any specific books. There are quite, at least to my knowledge, quite some books about these patterns. I have bought quite some time ago one of these books, but to be honest, you can get a lot of on internet. Yeah, so a lot of different resources. Of course, there are a lot of, for instance, I was following also on the YouTube this no-nonsense Forex.
Yeah, no-nonsense Forex.
I was following him. Then I'm following I forgot the name of the page, but seriously, I'm actually just working on my own, relying and developing myself, trying to understand my risks
Yeah.
in psychological part, which should be a constantly be aware of it. And even the fact that I'm constantly trying to to be aware of it, I'm still now and then violating those. So I need to develop this again. So I have a lot of job with this development. Otherwise, yeah, like no any specific besides these threads, nonsense Forex, Mark Douglas for psychological part, and there are quite several, which I'm just briefly going through their ideas, their approach, their thinking.
Nice. And practice makes perfect, isn't it? So
well,
practice
for sure. That's for sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm still after so many these let's say years of these charts, still so amazing when some specific price pattern occurs, thinking that it goes most probably in that direction, and then immediately different story goes against you, or maybe against majority of people. Still very amazing.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, thank you very much for taking the time out of your holiday, your vacation to speak to us, and I'm excited to see your ongoing growth in the bootcamp program. Thank you very much.
Likewise, thank you.